Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have an interesting article, actually a revelation that, at least comes straight from the horse's mouth. Because sometimes, they use euphemisms or, they say something and then they lie. No, in this case is straight from a US media outlet about HIMARS, Ukraine, United States targets, Russian targets. So can you, connect the dots here? I guess it's not that hard. So let's see what's going on with this article. So this article comes from the Business Insider, and it's from today, February 10th, 2023, by Jake Epstein and Chris Panella. Ukrainian troops equipped with devastating HIMARS are waiting for US targeting data before firing on Russian forces, officials say. So, in other words, before the Ukrainians who operate the devastating HIMARS units delivered by United States of America to Ukraine, they have to stay over there and play cards, before they receive the data from the masters telling them, hey, Gigi, oh, yes, sir, yes, you're going to hit, those are the coordinates, everything is, maybe they put that in too. They just start over there to do like, ready? Yeah, okay. All right. Where were we? Okay, that's an ace. Okay, all right, it's mine. Okay, what was that? My turn. Okay, here. If you remember, when the first time when HIMARS were delivered to Ukraine, it was spring, April, May, June, about May, something like that. If you remember, the Ukrainians said that they are the information they receive in order to what this article is revealing. The Ukrainians said then there were some loose-mouth American officials, Pentagon I think it was, who stated, yes, we do this, yes, we do this. And I can't remember the name of it's 2 clicks away, but I don't have to, each word I'm saying now, back it with 5 articles. So it's there anyway. So then the Americans started saying that, and then Biden got into that and said, everybody shut up, all right, we don't do that. Quiet, beep, nobody, like a dead person, beep, nothing anymore. Now, they don't care anymore. They just come and say it in the American media outlet. Now let's see what details these guys give us regarding. I mean, it's not surprising the revelation. Oh my God, did you know that? Yeah, we knew that. It's just the fact that they just say it, and it's right in your face, which is okay. I'm okay with that. Better than being, weasels. So Ukrainian troops won't usually or all the time, won't usually fire their HIMARS without targeting data from the US, officials say. Now it's very strange. Anyway, the US provided HIMARS have been a key weapon of Ukrainian forces throughout the war. Did you hear this in the title? Devastating. Hey, buy one, get one free. That's a salesperson right there. Ukraine has repeatedly asked for longer range missiles to make the weapons more deadly. They're coming. The Ukrainian military almost never usually, and here the first one is, are waiting for US targeting data before firing. Is usually anything like almost never. Now, which one is it? Almost never or usually. Almost never is like, let's say 99%. Usually it could be, 70%. And the title is 100%. Now, which one is it? Freaking Epstein, what's your name? Yeah, Epstein and Panella. Good job, weasels. So the Ukrainian military almost never fires the US provided high mobility artillery rocket system HIMARS that have devastated Russian forces unless they receive targeting data from the US. The Washington Post reported, citing Ukrainian officials. Someone's gonna get their ass kicked. According to what's his name or her name? According to a senior Ukrainian official who spoke to the Post, the targeting process Jesus Christ, involves Ukrainian forces identifying a Russian target, requesting more accurate coordinates from US partners, and then waiting to receive said coordinates. I think I would push it even further. Maybe the US tells them what to hit and what not to hit, and lets them or doesn't allow them. That's according to McGregor as well. But hey, what can you say? McGregor, the retired US Army colonel. The official said that the US doesn't always send coordinates. In that case, they said Ukraine holds its fire. Yeah, tards. As the report explained, Ukraine can still launch HIMARS attacks without US coordinates. Like where? In the fields. We're gonna fight in the fields, in the landing ground, and we'll never surrender. Yeah, okay. But the country is reluctant to waste ammunition by potentially missing the target because they're incapable. Okay, I got it. Oh my God. The Department of Defense did not immediately respond to the insider's request for comment on reports detailing US involvement in Ukrainian military operations. No, now they're just calling the Ukrainians and say, hey guys, what the hell is going on there? Didn't we tell you, hold your pie hole? HIMARS have been key to Ukraine's success in its fighting against the Russian full-scale invasion, which began nearly a year ago. Now, their launchers arrived on the battlefield in the early summer. Okay. In 2022, and Ukraine quickly began firing its GPS-guided rockets, Russian sites like ammunition depot and command posts, causing significant damage and wreaking havoc on Russian logistics. Remember, they didn't receive too much. They didn't receive many. And they still were able, with those extraordinary weapons, to blow up and stop the Russians in their tracks. In one particular noteworthy incident from earlier this year, Ukrainian troops used their HIMARS to carry out a deadly strike on Russian positions in the eastern occupied city of Makivka. The attack left scores of Russian troops dead and triggered widespread criticism of Moscow military leadership. Yeah. So while these rockets have been useful to Ukraine, this country is still requesting long-range missile, tactical missile systems, ATACMS, that would make the HIMARS even more lethal with an extended range. Ukraine originally asked for the 190-mile range missiles in May 2022. Several US allies that border Russia, like Poland and Estonia, have also sought to obtain the long-range capacity. The Biden administration said no first and then blah, blah, blah. And what's here? You're controlling every shot anyway, the official said. So when you say we're afraid, I'm quoting, when you're afraid that you're going to use it for some other purpose, well, we can do it even if we want to. So what's this? The Biden administration already refused to send these missiles to Ukraine out of concern that they could be used to strike targets within Russia, potentially triggering a harsh response from Moscow. One senior Ukrainian official who spoke with the Washington Post explained that if Kiev received ATACMS, it would still rely on US strike guidance like it does with HIMARS. You're controlling every shot anyway. So where is that most likely, usual, most of the time? You're controlling every shot anyway, the official said. So when you say we're afraid that you're going to use it for some other purposes, well, we can't do it even if we want to. So the whole article for this last paragraph, Jesus Christ, the whole article for this paragraph. So I'm sorry for holding you for this, but you control everything. Even if you want, we can't do it. Basically, that guy says in the last paragraph, Epstein and Panella. Good job. That's a way to sell your article. But anyway, stupid me, because I didn't read it before. But I usually don't do it because I don't need to. I understand it You don't need too much for these weasels, because these weasel articles are written for 13-year-old level, like the movies from Hollywood. The same. They said our audience is targeted at a level of 13-year-old. So people, that's the targeted audience, 13-year-old. If you are 14, you're gonna say, I have some questions regarding this movie. It kind of insults my intelligence. Anyway, I'm not saying that. They say it, all right? And that was another guy in Cannes festival. If you're familiar with that, he said, he was asked, what do you think, sir, in French, whatever. What do you think if can you compete with Hollywood? And he said, he was a director or something like this, or of a movie, whatever. And he said, well, as long as Hollywood is still focused on targeting a 13-year-old audience, we're good, because we're going to go above that. We're going to go target the... But anyway, those are the same, don't get me wrong. They're a little bit more, make you cry a little bit at the end. The Americans never make you cry. But anyway, so here it is. They control every strike. Didn't we know that? We knew that, but now it's right there in the Washington Post and in the Business Insider. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.